So the last strategy that we can use in 11 or 20 personnel formations is what we call fitting middle of the field open like middle of the field closed. So what that means is we're going to use safety rotation away from the pass strength to put that safety automatically in the fit. And then again, now we know where our 7 guys, our 7 fitters are coming from. So essentially what we're doing is playing zone coverage. We're playing wall to one side of the field, and we're playing man, straight man, zero coverage to the opposite side. So again, the SAM or nickel to the pass strength is automatically out of the fit, with the opposite safety automatically in as the 7th fitter. So as I mentioned, now you can fit everything in the run game, other than quarterback run, different beasts there. But with the trade-off that the corner to that side has to play man-to-man with no help. So this is what that means. Okay, again, fitting middle of the field open like middle of the field closed. So again, technically this is middle of the field open coverage, right? We're still playing wall to this side with a 3-on-2 with our Sam nickel, the corner, and the safety, and then but we can fit it like it's middle of the field closed. So with this safety involved in the run fit, just like we would fit it if it was cover 1 or some sort of 3-deep zone, something like that. So again, we've got our 4 down. We've got 1, 2, 3 extra guys, so that's 7 total. We've got 7 players for their 7 gaps that the offense has. And then again, this corner now is not playing man. He's not even playing poach or solo. He's he's playing. Well, I guess it's like poach for him. He's playing true man everywhere he goes with no help on that number 1. But again, the point is you can fit it, and if you play a lot of middle of the field closed anyway, like we do, again, now you can get back in your fit system. So we call it split lever, with the 3 players, the 3 extra players that are in the core there. Different formation here, 3-by-1. Again, you can go again fit middle of the field open like it's middle of the field closed. What you would do here, I guess I neglected to mention that, but what you would do here then with these players is, so we've got our 3 on these 2 offensive skills. We would be in what we call a funnel. That means 3-on-2 in our system. So we've got 3 defenders on the 2 receivers. So we'll take 2 of those guys man-to-man, and the other one will be a shallow rat defender. So say, if this guy comes out here, this safety would take him. Say if the back goes this way also, the Will would take him, and the Mike would be our shallow rat. This is more of a run situation concept for us. If we do want to have some extra help over here, we can play, this call here. Again, we can do the same thing. We've got 2 eligible receivers for our 3 defenders, so we could get in a funnel, play it just like this, fit middle of the field open like middle of the field closed. So this one you could do it one of 2 ways. You could either put the tight end involved in the coverage over here, so the Mike, say 3 goes out, Mike could go to the face of 1, corner could treat this as a flat threat, or you could tell him, that nobody, tell the corner and the safety, nobody in this part of it matters. This Mike could take this player on his own. Say, the safety would take the back coming out this way, and now the Will would be our rat. So there's a couple different things you can do there, but again, you've got your 4 rushers, lever, split lever, so you've got 7 players for their 7 gaps, and then you can play man everywhere he goes, no help on this number 1 here, backside. So a few examples of that. We really prefer this. As I mentioned, you can do it versus 11 personnel with the tight end on. We prefer it with 2 backs. Okay, so with an H back, Y off here, where this guy's not as much of a pass threat, but you can see we've got our even spacing fits. This is an outside backer attached to the front here. We're playing wall on these players to this side, and we've got lever, split, and lever in the core here with those 3 players. We've got enough. They hit us a little bit here. Don't do a great job fitting this. They do a good job on our D end here and reaching the nose. Nose can't quite get off it, but we could help ourselves here if we widen this backer, move this backer a little bit this way. So we move if we moved our inside backers a little bit away from the safety rotation, they're also fitting off of this player Technically, he's the movable gap, so they always fit off of him. But anyway, the point is, though, that we have enough. We didn't fit it great. Wasn't a great look for us, but we have enough players to fit everything. Same thing here. Again, playing wall, so you can see our nickel. Turn, he's walling 2. They've got an RPO here, so these guys are blocking. They've got the third man out, the Y off out, so our Mike is going to track him down, actually. But we still have our 2 players in the box, our splitter and our lever player here coming from the safety spot. So he bounces, we get the TFL there. So as he motions, we'll be fitting him here. This safety down here in the B gap. And again, we still have enough. RPO sound. We're in really good shape in coverage-wise to the defensive left side of the screen, and we just have to play one-on-one here to the boundary. So we'll pick our spots with that, but this is a good way to get some things done here and make sure we still have enough to fit everything, while also being in good shape here in coverage. Okay, a lot of these we have our number 4 is our nickel, so that also keeps the nickel out of the run fit. We'd prefer to have the safety involved in the run fit as opposed to the nickel. So again, that allows us to get this player involved in the fit instead of this one. It also, in this case, this player's, really he's getting ready to help on the glance route here to the number 1. So he's kind of late in the fit, but he still is technically in it as the lever player. So again, you can see good job there, pretty good job on our fit. We've got enough to fit everything. We're gapped out. So our inside backers can fit aggressively. So if this player stays on this side, it would be D gap, C gap, B gap, nose in the A gap, backer in this A gap, our backside backer in this C gap, the outside player, and then safety in the B gap. Same thing here, again, another Y off formation. Nickel's still in the game. Do a decent job fitting it. The safety's a little bit late. Again, this is a good example here. So he's really hanging in for this glance by the number 1 weak, trying to really discourage that throw, and we can fit the run late. That's kind of our philosophy, is we'd rather have them hand it off into the heart of the defense as opposed to being able to play one-on-one in the perimeter, blocking run up front. So we get reached here, we get overtaken. It's not great, but the point is we have enough. C gap, B gap, A gap, A gap, B gap, C gap, and then D gap here coming from the safety late. Same game, get the safety fitting late. Again, he's thinking about glance here by the number 1. So we would do this, again, as part of our game planning. If we felt really good about this matchup with our corner on their number 1 here, or their better players were on this side of the formation, that would be a good time to do that. If they were playing, if we didn't like this matchup as much, we would probably play more true middle of the field closed with the safety rolling down to this side to help, this safety rolling to the middle third, and then we'd be a little bit deficient, not weak, but we'd be not in quite as good a shape. On this side, we'd be in better shape on that side. So again, it just depends on game plan and how you fit everything, but it's nice to have different tools in the toolbox, different ways to do things. Tough play there by the D end. We do have the safety fitting late. Probably is a little bit on the late side to trigger. Probably gave up a little bit more there than we actually needed to, but again, you can get the idea here. This last play, again, get our 4 down. He's out of the fit, in the fit. So lever, split, lever for this safety. Fits late, makes a good open field tackle there. It's a good job. So that is how we fit middle of the field open like it is middle of the field closed.